Good evening, administrators, teachers, parents, and inductees. Thank you for being a part of this event. My name is Laura Moon, and I'm the president of the American Sign Language National Honor Society. I want to speak briefly about my experiences with this language and its cultural significance. In the 3 years I've taken American Sign Language at Syosset High School, I've gained a plethora of knowledge. Let me touch upon a few points I think are of great value. American Sign Language is a beautiful language which originally stems from French Sign Language, Martha's Vineyard Home Sign, and English. Its history is much too long to get into at this point in time, but you'd be surprised to know that there are actually various forms of sign language. 2 million people in the United States use ASL, of which only 500,000 were born into the deaf community. It is estimated that by the year 2060, 73 million people will have some type of hearing loss. You might also not be aware that sign language is the 4th most used language in the world. This just shows on a broader spectrum how important this language is and should inspire both people with a hearing loss and hearing students to learn it. When I first moved to Syosset from Forest Hills, ASL immediately caught my eye. I convinced my guidance counselor to enroll me in the class because I was determined to take it after I had inspiration only a few weeks earlier. I had previously begun watching a TV series which featured sign language, and I was innately captivated. I feverishly read the closed captions as I tried my best to follow along with the signs. Some interesting things that I learned in class was the different types of hearing loss and their causes. I've always wanted to be a doctor and help people, so learning about these different types of hearing loss inspired me to pursue a career path where I could actively help them. ASL also made me believe that every doctor should know basic medical signs because if a deaf person comes into the emergency room and they do not speak, it would be very hard and frustrating for the doctor and patient to communicate. In addition, not many hospitals have an on-staff interpreter, and this could be fatal. I love sign language, not only because it's unique, but I felt a connection to this language that I've never felt with Chinese, Latin, or even Korean. I think that it should become a universal language that everyone learns because even though not everyone speaks the same spoken language, if everyone can sign one language, everyone can communicate. Before we induct this year's new students, I would like to thank Ms. Boyle, who fueled my passion and connected me to the deaf community forever. Now, it is my pleasure to help induct this year's new members into the American Sign Language Honor Society. After reciting the Society's oath in American Sign Language and receiving their certificates, students will now officially be inducted. Congratulations to all.